Welcome to another edition of Back and Forth. My name is Danny Fry, and apparently this good weather comes with a bad cough, sore throat, and some serious nasal congestion.
I'm Vinnie Danny. I'm already in line for my Theraflu, and I'm rocking a nice sunburn. Danny, please stay away.
Where's the love, Dan?
Don't sass me.
In the midst of a whole heap of off-field distractions, the California men's baseball team is quietly having a stellar season. At 19-6 overall, they've won 9 of their last 10 and 13 of 15, and are currently tied for first in the Pac-10 standings. But Vinny, is this team overperforming?
Danny, I'll tell you what. Did Rocky overperform when he defeated Apollo Creed in Rocky 2? No. Did Britney Spears overachieve with her most recent iTunes top singles? No. Did the Channel 2 News team overachieve when Veronica Corningstone took over? No. The Cal baseball team is not overachieving. They're champions. They've got the heart, hustle, soul, and swagger of a champion. They're stellar.
I really like that reference to Rocky Balboa because this team has that underdog mentality. They come from behind. They win in extra innings. They fight from first to last inning. They have that never say quit, never die attitude.
All right, sports fans, we have an exciting new feature for you on Back and Forth. It's called FaceTime. And how it works is that both of us will take on the role of athletes and ask each other a question. For example, I will say, Danny, you're Tim Tebow. You're very good looking with your boyish good looks, but why are you in a jockey commercial, for the love of God?
Well, I can see why you're mistaking me for Tim Tebow because you're right, I am very good looking.
Yes,
and
that's what it is. Exactly.
The reason I'm in that jockey commercial because I look extremely good in tighty whities.
Well, besides teasing me right now, let's get jumping into the questions.
All right, well, we're going to start with you. Vinny, you are backup tight end for the Dallas Cowboys, Martellus Bennett, and you just announced to the entire world that you think backup quarterback Jon Kitna should be the starter in the 2011-2012 season. What were you thinking?
Well, you know, Jon Kitna, he's a great guy. He's got a nice bald head. There's not really much to like about Jon Kitna, but anything's better than Tony Romo because that guy is a loser. He's never been able to win anything. Let's be real. Maybe Jon Kitna could resurrect the Cowboys. Otherwise, let's pick someone else. Now let's start with the next question. You're Alan Crabbe, reigning Pac-10 Freshman of the Year for the California Golden Bears. Next year you will be a sophomore. What's next on your plate? What are you going to do to get better?
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. This offseason, I'm hitting the weights. I'm going to gain 20 pounds. I'm going to work on my shot. And come next season, I'm going to be the central focus of that offense. I'm going to score the most points in the Pac-10, and I will win the Pac-10 Player of the Year, a lot like this year's sophomore winner, Derek Williams, and then I'm headed straight for the NBA for the real Bucks. But now we're going to you, Vinny, and you are former Washington Huskies quarterback Jake Locker, and you are going to the NFL. You will be making the big bucks, but you said you're not going to be attending the NFL draft. Why not?
Well, my cover story is that, you know, the NFL lockout, players union, yada, yada, yada. But let's be real, I'm not going to get picked in the first round. Why would I go and embarrass myself like Matt Leinart of USC Trojans? Not going to happen. Lastly, let's ask you, Brad Stevens, the coach of the Butler Bulldogs, fresh off their second national title game loss in a row, in which they shot 18.8%, which is good enough for worst all time in a national championship game. What's next for Brad Stevens?
Well, if I'm Brad Stevens, I'm telling my team how proud of them that I actually am because they worked so hard just to get to back-to-back national championships, and that's hard to do. And you're right, the team shot under 19%. Their best players were combined 5 for 28 in Shelvin Mack and Matt Howard. And you know what? This team is destined for another national championship next year, but I won't be with them because I'm going to Tennessee again to make those big bucks.
That's all the time we have for today, sports fans. Thank you for tuning in to Back and Forth, the only sports show that scores more points in the paint than the Butler Bulldogs. My name is Vinnie Danny.
And I'm Danny Fry. And remember, tune in next week to get your download on what's up in Cal Sports. But until then, stay classy and stay healthy.